the queen of all things sweet, the lovely Katelyn. And man, it looked like you guys had fun.
Oh, it was a blast.
Hey, and a lot of interesting recipes coming out of the boot camp as well.
Yes, but all good recipes are invented by flops.
Exactly.
Yes.
Okay, so this is a very good recipe this morning, an almond milk tart.
Yes, and
leaving you with something sweet this morning.
This is one that won't flop, I promise.
Okay, you can't flop this one apparently.
So this is my great aunt's recipe for milk tart. You see, I got it out of
Giving
her.
away your secrets.
Yeah, this is a family secret. I got it out of her book from 1967. That's
Wow.
It's very old.
Look at that.
Can't count on all fingers.
Yeah.
But it's a blind bake free tart. So if you've ever rolled out pastry with beans and all of that, too much effort.
Okay.
This is an awesome recipe.
All right, let's get going.
We've got some butter over here.
All right, do you want me to stir that for you?
Please. Salati caster snow. So we've got a little bit of that going in there.
Perfect.
We're using the caster snow because it's really nice and fine, so it's got a great texture. And it's going to make our pastry nice and short.
All right.
We've got some oil.
Perfect.
An egg, which we're going to crack in. There we go.
That's it, let's break that guy up.
So far, this is pretty simple.
Yeah, this is pretty easy. Now, if you want to know how to make your very own almond milk tart at home, SMS the keyword Salati to 33728. We'll send you the shopping list. Also, a link to the recipe.
So I've put some ground almonds in there, some flour, baking powder. Whoops, sorry. Getting a bit violent in the kitchen. And a little bit of salt.
Okay.
And you're just going to mix that together until it forms a nice dough. Now, normally with pastry, I'd be like, don't overwork it, don't do this, do this. None of that applies for this recipe. Just mix it until it's a nice pastry kind of dough consistency. Yeah. And then you're going to, exactly like that.
It's getting there.
And then we're going to press it into a tart tin, like that. Just
so
using your hands, no rolling pin, no nothing.
Yes, easy.
Thank you, Granny. And just pop it in like that, prick it with a fork, into the oven at 180 degrees until it's nice and golden.
And look at that, very cool.
Voila,
okay,
done like
now
that.
the filling.
Now the filling. So in here we've got a bit of milk, some butter, cinnamon, and a little bit of vanilla. And then to thicken it, some flour, cornstarch. I've put a little bit of salati icing, caster snow in there, sorry, just to sweeten it a little bit. And then we're going to gradually pour this in. I need you to stir.
All right,
and this is going to thicken nicely.
There we go.
And this is called a slurry.
A slurry, I've heard that before, yes.
A slurry, and that's what we use to thicken it.
Yes.
And once it's nice and thick, it's going to look like this.
Okay, so that's the filling part.
Yes. And then just to richen it up a little bit, we've got an egg yolk, goes in, and some almond extract, because that's what's giving our little twist to the recipe today.
A little nutty flavour there as well.
Yeah, I mean, you could pop in vanilla if you wanted.
Yes.
Just mix that around, and then I've got some stiffly beaten egg white, and that just makes it a little bit light and fluffy in a way, because I sometimes feel like milk tart's a little bit heavy. So the egg white just fluffs it up a little bit.
But nothing like a nice and warm milk tart. Cold winter mornings or even evenings as well,
A lekker melktart.
A lekker melktart.
Ja, my favorite.
Sleutelwoord Salati na 33728. Ons stuur vir jou die inkopieslys saam met alle stappe wat jy nodig het om hierdie fantastiese melktart te maak. En dit ruik so lekker vanoggend.
Okay, so this goes into the tart case that we made. And then we're just going to sprinkle it with a little bit of flaked almonds.
Oh, wow, look at that.
Smelling so good. Can you smell the almonds?
I do.
Just some flaked almonds on top, just for a little bit of a crunch and a bit of a different twist on it. You know, I'm a fan of different twists on recipes.
You do know this.
And then the signature cinnamon. And then that just goes into the oven for 10 minutes. And that's
easy as that.
Just like that.
All right, well, that really was kind of easy, but if you want to see these steps one more time as to how we made our lovely almond milk tart this morning, here's it.
Cream butter and caster sugar, add oil and egg. Stir in flour, almonds, baking powder and salt. Press into a tin, then bake at 180 degrees for 20 to 30 minutes or until golden. Mix sugar, flour, corn flour and a little milk to form a paste. Boil remaining milk, butter, vanilla and cinnamon. Remove spices, then pour hot milk over paste and stir. Cook mixture until thick. Remove from the heat, then whisk in egg yolks and cool. Fold in egg whites, then pour onto the pastry. Sprinkle with cinnamon and almonds and bake for 15 minutes. Cool before serving. For the full recipe, visit the Espresso Morning Show Facebook page or log on to www.expressoshow.com. SMS the keyword Salati to 33728 to receive the shopping list on your phone. Click on the link provided to view the recipe on our Mobi site. SMSs cost R1.50, no free SMSs, T's and C's apply.
Oh, and it is a masterpiece. Salati to 33728 will send you the shopping list as well as the link to the recipe. SMS do cost R1.50, but look at that. Oh, I'm blessed with a sweet breakfast this morning. Thank you so much, Katelyn. Really, really appreciate this. But on this very sweet note, we're also going to leave you on a musical note. Georgetown in the house. Cats, over to you.